Hello everyone, welcome back to 2236 AD. Let's go ahead and continue. Yatsubakun, I am me, right? I'm right here, aren't I? Please let go of me. Come on. It felt good, didn't it? Let go of me. I don't wanna. Don't come near me. Hey. I'm here, aren't I? Moscow. Boot up, Moscow. Give me someone to talk to. 4747-293-42828. Moscow? Yatsubakun? Yes? What seems to be the issue? What was that just now? It felt good. My apologies. It seemed that I became some mysterious radio wave-like noise. Recently, we've been having a lot of errors. Are you okay? Tell me. My hardware isn't in the best condition. Come on. Yatsuba. Hime-san, she's... Just shut up! It'd be better if you just up and died. No way. No way, you say? It's your fault that Moscow's not acting right. Please just disappear. I don't want to disappear. Yes, but please calm down. Hime-san isn't much to blame here. It's just how the lifespan of smart tools go. She's right. No, you are wrong. Before, you were never in this bad of shape. Hime-senpai is to blame here. Back then, if she hadn't used you for her own gain, if you didn't have to risk life and limb to protect us. Is that so? I'm sorry. That's right. If I hadn't used Moscow-chan's shield. Huh? Huh? Do you remember? You mean the journey to get here? What happened to the both of you? Do you know who I am? Hime senpai. Right? Ah, thank goodness. So I was here, huh? The me of the past is here. The me of now is here. That's what she means. While I'm here in the archive, I start to lose grip on who I am and where I am. Same for me, actually. The thing shackling me has loosened its grip on me, I feel. I feel I've been at a boundary right before falling asleep. Me melts into space. Me starts to become diluted. The feeling of being at a boundary just before falling asleep. The feeling of yourself diluting. Right now, I think I'm getting a little denser. Is it because Senpai and I are sharing memories of the past? Ever since coming to this place, the archive, I don't know what is going on anymore. And that's why I want to see you now. Senpai wraps her arms around me, gently, apologetically. Please, stay by my side. There's nothing that I can say. You were almost about to explode, weren't you? Oh, Doctor. The archive doesn't have mirrors. You can only look at others and try to confirm what you must look like. It's a good thing that you came together, I suppose. Doctor, this place, the archive, what in the world is it? Dr. Sears leaves behind only the sounds of her footsteps as she disappears somewhere once more. Somewhere in the archive, where books are lined as far as the eye can see. However, I'm still relieved. When someone walks, their feet make noises. That coincides with the common knowledge in my memories. That solitary fact is enough to seed my relief. I wasn't able to find a thing called a side. Huh? I searched the first bookshelf of the archive forever, and ever, forever, and ever, and ever, and ever. I walked around, but all I could see were the same sights. I had no idea if I was even progressing. I didn't get tired or sleepy. That's what it probably meant to have no concept of the time here. And then, when there was nothing but the now there, I lost track of where it was that I was. Wouldn't it have to help to talk to Shiraishi? No, not an AI. Completely out of the question. I don't really care about that. Is that why you came to me? Did you use me? It's not like that, but... What is it like then? I can't stand this, just quit it already. I don't want to hear another word from you. Moscow, what should we do now? What should we do? Well, why don't you read Does the Lion Bow to the Cat then? Will I really figure something out by reading this? What's the matter? Is that Dr. Sears the Sears-san in here? I would believe so. But if that's the case, isn't it strange? Think about it. The HT infrastructure theory was developed before Paradigm Lost, and this book. It was first published in 2040 AD. You mean that the person in question survived Paradigm Lost? That's true. Just who is she? Say, is there anything I can do to help? No, not particularly. I'm fine as long as Moscow's here. Moscow? This time I want to give it a try confirming things about myself to avoid a situation like last time. What's my name? Yatsuba. What did I come here for? To look for a way to see a person named Haru-shion. What am I right now? Awake. Alright. This is comical. I wonder when it started. I've come to the point where I occasionally travel. While wrapped up in my research, I end up being unable to see what's around me. It could be that the concepts of when and where collapse for time being. Then I come to my senses. If it were all the time, I would properly be able to come back home. But that day was different, as I lost my perception of when and where. When I next realized it, there was a sense of discomfort. I was supposed to be in my lab coat, yet before I realized I was in my room in the sweater. Incidentally, the sweater was a fancy, stylish one. At first that was the vibe I sensed. At the time, I thought that I had been having daydreams because I would be able to come back home immediately. However, as the days rolled on, the time spent would get longer. The consciousness in the world I made trips to would be more vivid, and before I noticed, I would even take trips outside my room. Therefore, I have run into different kinds of discomfort. The world on the other side is very similar to this world. The look of the country's cities, the people who inhabit them, and the technology utilized there are almost the same as this world. There were, however, a few differing points in each of them. In regards to the look of the countries and cities on a small scale, there were things referred to as canals, installed on the sides of roads, and on a bigger scale, the Tokyo Tower, that was supposed to have been demolished was still standing. Huh. I fell asleep again without noticing it. Morning! Moscow? Read the rest. Hey, Moscow? Huh? She shut down. I don't remember turning her off. Granted, I don't even remember falling asleep myself, so I can't really say anything. This could be really dangerous. Speaking of which, it seems that my Smart Tools battery doesn't discharge here. It's very convenient, but it doesn't go without its unsettling parts. 47 29 3,428,284 7 Not again. Yes? Huh? What happened? You said some weird numbers again. I'm not very sure. Ever since coming to the archive, I seem to keep getting attacked by some mysterious radio waves. It's making my system frequently shut down, as a result. Then that's the cause of you suddenly shutting down out of the blue. One of them, yes. Are the creepily uttered numbers and the noise because of the radio waves too? It would appear to be that I'm being commandeered temporarily when I boot up. The numbers are, and this is a maybe, but I think that what the radio waves are trying to send are these numbers. 934, 282, 847, 472, 934, 282, 847, 472. They keep on repeating, so that's what I assume. What are these numbers for? It seems like code. Do you have any kind of idea as to what these numbers mean, Moscow? I don't think I can say anything from a character string this long. I'm a little stymied. But why would you go through the trouble to send a message with numbers? Code. If that's what this is, then I'd assume it's to keep the message from leaking out to any third parties. Also, numbers are simple so they can get away with minimal data loss. In theory. So, this speaking pattern is almost like a one-time pattern coded radio broadcast. One-time pad. Ah! The number station. Alright, now time to get it to receive. What about tuning? I'm not too sure, but they said all I gotta do is fiddle around with it till I hear a sound. Come on, radio waves from Tokyo Tower, you can do it. I can hear something. Whoa, What the heck is this? Creepy. It's a number station. Number station? With the noise and ominous melodies playing in the background, it's a radio station that endlessly plays a female voice reading off numbers. The number station. There are various theories on the matter, but one that explains it is an encoded broadcast, using the radio as the most prominent. Code. It couldn't be. Code. When I hear that word, I can only think back to him. To Shiraishi. I remember that ever since the time he heard the number station, he won't shut the hell up about code this and code that. That said, it couldn't possibly be. Tell me the sequence of numbers you're giving me. Huh? I'm not sure as to what is the actual start of the sequence, but 934, 282, 847, 472 is a repeating sequence of 12 numbers. 12. An even number. Moscow, turn into the pad. Right away. Trying to crack the code? You be quiet. The code sheet. If memory serves, should I use a sheet like this? Here's the line of code. 934, 934, 282, 847, 472. I split each part of this into twos. 93, 42, 82, 84, 74, 72. 93? No, I'm off by 1, I guess. 34, 28, 28, 47, 47, 29. With this, the numbers in the entire line of code slim down to the number 40, to under 47. Yeah. I can do this. I'm on the right track. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this in case I do some stuff or whatever. 47 doesn't exist on the sheet, so it doesn't mean that the beginning and end match up to 47. 47, 29, 34, 28, 28, 47. In other words, the sequence really repeats like this. 29, 34, 28, 28. On top of that, the message is a portion that excludes the non-existent 47. I'm gonna solve this. And by falling sheet, 29, 34, 28, 28. Oh my. Heh, heh. Oh. Oh. Heh. Heh. This can't be it. Can it? Huh. By one-time pad, you mean the same one-time pad that was proved unsolvable by Claude Shannon, right? What's your random number key? Random number key? The key. The key. I don't know how the key functions in this specific code, though. This is a code sheet. With this, I'll assign a 4-digit key. For example. Okay, so it's currently the year 2231, right? So, 2231. Let's make that the key. Key. That's right. This code needs a key. A key. Can you think of any numbers that it could possibly be? Key. The key is... The key is... Oh, shit. I'm gonna try the year. I guess. Oh no, I should have stayed.
This year? Oh, I'm unable to sync with the standard clock, so my internal clock is feeding me back errors. Should I, Shikun?
No good. Me too, for the same reason. Damn it. There's no concept of time here. These words have never weighed so heavy till now.
Just calm down. All we have to figure out is the year, right?
You're the last person I want to tell me to calm down.
2236, right?
2236.
That's right, isn't it? Moscow-chan? Yes? 2236 AD, ma'am. That would be the year right before we arrived at the archive, yes?
That's right. Ever since I got here, I have no damn idea how many years have passed. I don't get tired. Yeah, I fall asleep even if I don't want to. I don't know how many times I've slept or how long has passed. You brought me to this crazy place.
You try to get the answer right from the start. You're not satisfied otherwise. You're afraid of failure, and in the end, you end up unable to do anything. You haven't changed a bit in that regard.
I turn around hurriedly, but the doctor isn't there. Maybe it's telepathy. Just a second ago, I'm sure that I heard Haru and Shun's voices. Doctor.
Just passing by.
She leaves once again.
Recently, it's almost like you're back to how you were in the past. You're all bent out of shape.
How I was in the past.
It's concerning. The only one who knows the construction of this code is you. Good luck.
This year, it's 2236 AD. 2236. 29, 34, 28, 20. I'm pretty sure you divide with the key every number. 2236. The parts that aren't complete divisible, you add 47 until they are divisible. If you do that, 38, 17, 25, 36.
Did you manage to decode it? Yo, oh my. Number 36 here is a missing factor, isn't it? There's nothing written on the sheet.
Number 36 is strawberry.
Pardon?
Making it Yatsuba. Strawberries. Makes it cute, apparently.
I'm not sure I follow.
It's pretty dumb, I admit. This code doesn't even have present any words with Japanese voice consonant marks. Yet Ichigo was the last character having marks is in here.
Yatsuba-san, you're shaking.
There's no mistaking it. This is without a doubt the code we talked about back then.
Well done. What is this? Huh? I was able to sync my clock. Why?
This is an orientational search to have you effectively utilize the archive. My apologies for startling you. This concludes the entire program, so I will be giving you back time, distance, and mass. I look closer and I can see something that looks like a wall on the opposite side of the room, and all the bookcases have a number written on them. My body suddenly feels like it's gotten heavier. It's literally the sensation of my feet touching down on the ground. Now this place is a place where you can at least use Newtonian mechanics. Why? Really? Why? All I did was crack some code. Have you noticed? You should have already regained your concept of time by now. Now that you regain time, you're allowed to function. Concept of time? I see, the concept of time, huh? By cracking that code, we regain our concept of time. We're suddenly regaining our sense of the present, continuing from the past. The present being 2236 AD. She had said, we can't let this year slip us by. That year being 2236 AD. She and I are mostly definitely living in time. The fact I'm getting sent code like this with the strawberry key from back then, it means that without a shadow of a doubt, the same Haru Shion from back then is now living somewhere in this universe. What's up? You look happy. Is that so? It is. I must be happy then. That's great. By regaining my concept of time and gaining confidence that Harushin is still around, many of the doubts I have get taken away. Does this mean that's invigorated you? Yes. I'll be reading the rest of the book. Right. I feel like I've finally woken up. I come here to see Haru. So I want to know even more. More what's crucial for getting to see her. The profound meaning of the universe. Personally, the number one thing I endured was the people inhabiting the world on the other side. The people there all looked familiar. However, something was off. The first anomaly I noticed was my older sister. I have a sister that is a year older than me. My parents also act on the front lines as scholars, meaning that they would be away from the house quite a lot, but that's when my sister came in, who absolutely loved taking care of me. Kind, mature, strong, my sister was wonderful. And so, her adaptable mental prowess was recognized in the scholarly world, making her my senior as a scientist as well. We were a family of scholars. However, that sister of mine had been eliminated on the family register as my sister. She instead became my sister-in-law. In the world on the other side, in place of me having a sister, I had a brother and they were married. Hence, in the world on the other side, I had no idea who the person who had taken up the role of my brother was, and, just the inverse, he knew an awful lot about me. For the time being, let's say that his name is S. I first met S in my second year of high school. S and my sister seemed to be good friends, and I took that as a chance to start interacting with S. We did a lot of things, but it's too personal, so I'll spare you the details. In any case, he'd call me like he would my sister. A careless, hot-headed, slow-witted man, yes, but he was quite a looker. Also, I would credit him for how I'm now able to communicate naturally with other people. That seems to be the goal my sister was aiming at by bringing him along, but through my interactions with him, I think he managed to bring my shy and awkward side under control. Personally, the man named S was an extremely important and personable figure in my life. S was also the very man to first manifest telepathy and humanity. This story, I've heard it before. Oh yeah, I think I've read in a book called Elementary Particles of the Mind.
You're right. If I remember, it was written that they manifested telepathy while researching a ghostly phenomenon involving a man.
That would be this man named S then.
Yes, it would. If I may.
Yes, what is it?
Dr. CS is right here, so wouldn't asking the person in question be faster and more effective than reading some biography about her?
She probably wouldn't tell me.
Really?
Dr. CS, are you around?
Yes, what is it?
She pops up from somewhere shortly after I call for her. Could you tell me directly about the contents of this book?
No.
She then scurries off elsewhere. See?
Maybe she's not the type to enjoy talking about herself. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. By the way, Yatsuba, I seem to be getting ready ways again, but they're different this time.
Really?
It's a 12-number repeating sequence again.
It's a message from Haru.
The numerical sequence this time is as follows: 474 130 330 347.
31 30 33 03. When decoded, it becomes this: Watashi no for my. What does it mean?
Maybe they can only send 4 characters each.
I see then. This is the opening phrase of a bigger text?
I'm sure that is.
Huh. It was the fact that I read it going through to the other side.
I've sent a message saying Dakota and saying Ko for a time being. I'm not sure whether it's weakening them or not, but... Oh! Atta girl must go.
What? That's me. Oh, Atta girl must go. Maybe the fact that they're getting a message different from the one they sent out is reaching, you think?
We can only hope.
Send one today too.
Yes, sir.
I checked the clock to see that the day has changed. No wonder I'm so sleepy. I decided to go to sleep for now. The red spines of the Akashic phones in the books enter my hazy line of vision. My body feels heavy. What time is it? Moscow's power shut off on its own again. Well, whatever.
47, 30, 1,916,447.
Oh, another new message.
Good morning.
I knew your message reached them, Moscow.
Let's see, it's 30, 191, 604 this time.
30, 19, 16, 4. This time it's this. Ta me ni mu sakedon. Ta me ni mu. Not sure again.
Indeed.
Oh, what time is it again?
3:58 p.m., sir.
No way. Been asleep for close to 16 hours.
That seems to be it.
I have to read where I left off quick. As whom I loved like an older brother, had served the role as my real, blood-related brother in the world on the other side. This is such a weird world, I thought to myself. But my older sister and Ash seemed to be getting along better here than in the real world, so maybe it's for the best this way. That's what I thought anyway. Before I realized that she's no longer around, that is. Yes, as his wife was nowhere to be found. Has gotten married at the end of their time in school. Of course, who he married wasn't my older sister. Let's call the girl whom S married Y. Y was a good friend of my sister for a long time. She was very smart, worked diligently alongside my sister in their school days as a doctor opposed the thesis Superposition Geometry, space overlapping. This thesis would later make Y's name known as a mathematician. There's no point in using pseudonyms at this point, but I don't want to put the effort into saying their names. Y, as a mathematician, was also a researcher and good friends with both me and my sister. To be entirely honest with you, the thesis, which helped establish my name as a scientist, Superposition Geometry-based commentary on symmetrical underground space, true to its title, would not have come into existence without Y. Respected Y very much, and Y also took care of me the same way my sister and S did. However, Y was nowhere to be found in the other world. Why? How can that be? It took me time to realize it, but the answer was a very simple one and right under my nose the whole time. Everything was what I desired. I wished that Y would just up and disappear. That's what I wished for deep in my heart. And that's when I realized. This world on the other side was apparently a world where you wish for becomes reality. To be continued. I finally understand. Not perfectly, mind you, but as a world that almost seemed to manifest the reality of, I wish I had done it this way. An unsettling world indeed. The world where my wishes were vividly projected and took shape was exceedingly beautiful yet unsettling. You could say it was so beautiful it became ugly again. I'm finally able to realize where that feeling discomfort is coming from. The world on the other side is a world where things you wish had happened this way manifest themselves. More accurately, it's a world where the common points of individual desires manifest themselves. That's the reason why Y vanished, all according to my wishes. Thinking about it, I'm able to accept that feeling discomfort in regards to people's personalities and behavior. For example, I believe I mentioned that S was a careless, hot-headed, and slow-witted man. But in the world on the other side, it feels as though that carelessness and hot-headedness is eliminated. Others are the same. That person who doesn't listen to what others are saying becomes a good listener. The one who's bashful all the time becomes a composed adult woman. And the one who's always so hot-blooded becomes a composed adult man and never gets angry. They all seem unaware of that fact, but the excuse of being unable to catch on to how weird a dream is in the dream is being put to full effect here. From my perspective, this is an egregiously weird world. It's like trying to boil tea on your belly button. It's insane. Me as well. I feel as though I've become a little bit of chatterbox in this world. That's right. Here I've gotten rid of the me I want to get rid of. Thinking about it, that was the time when Y was suffering from terminal cancer and mental illness. Her heart was probably devastated. She imagined the world without herself. Or did she wish for something not in the shape of a human? That overlapped with my wish, and existence was taken away from this world. It brought me down a little, to say the least. Then again, I don't think you'd be very interested in how depressed I was at the time. I'm not very fond of talking about myself, so now I'll just list the facts that I have observed. For example, there's a chance that the musician that is supposed to be dead is alive and well here. I guess it's a matter of them being alive in your hearts. That very well may be the case with the Tokyo Tower matter as well. Now we turn to science in this world. This is about telepathy, the extrasensory power that my sister and I were first in Humanities Worlds 3 is to scientifically observe. It seems that they don't consider these extrasensory powers or anything of the sort in this world. It seems everyone can use it. The HT infrastructure theory is about the same, but its contents are apparently constantly changing. Canals also seem to be installations for an HT network, similar to neurons, I suppose. Or maybe it's this world which visualizes the path in HT infrastructure terms. This is getting a little too confusing even for me. I have named this the Mentality Universe. I predicted that this universe is deeply connected with the hearts of its people. This is actually when the words dimension permutation hypothesis pop up in the corner of my mind. I don't know how much of this book will be censored, so I don't know how much I should write down here. But in a series of events in 2025 AD, codenamed Wonderland, the Looking Glass world has been discovered. The Looking Glass world is one of the universes with differing aspects in terms of dimension permutation hypothesis. At the time, there were only 6 three-directional dimensions discovered, so the dimension permutation hypothesis was thought of around the base of 6 dimensions, which meant that you could only think of 6 equals 720 positive dimensions at best. In addition, a few among all of them are similar in pattern, so the amount of actual parallel worlds are dwindling even more. However, should my HT infrastructure theory accurately describe this universe is an 18-dimensional space and it includes a so-called cloud space of the mind somewhere. Let's say that we try applying the dimension permutation hypothesis to a universe like that. It would mean that, in doing so, there's a universe where the elementary particles of mind have width, depth, and height somewhere out there. This means that there's a universe in which thinking I want to eat some meat in your mind would result in showing up as the action of you consuming meat. See, this is a mentality universe. If this is the case, my prediction is indeed correct, and the mentality universe refers to a world as a dimensional axis or place to the form that makes the give and take of elementary particles of mind visible to the naked eye. Meaning that trips like my dream refer to my memories in the aspect during mentality universe. I think it's a huge discovery. This means that I've newly discovered a universe with different aspects and it can be back on my HT infrastructure theory and 18-dimension theory. It's called impossible to prove or refute due to being physically invisible. I tell this to my older sister in an awful amount of excitement. My older sister shows signs of concern towards me and recommends that I take a sabbatical. That's right. I'm not able to take my sister to a mentality universe. I don't even know how your consciousness travels over to the mentality universe in the first place. When I dealt with HT, I was able to make its presence known in a form that many people accept. This time around, my sister is the only person I'm unable to convince. So then, is what I've been seeing just a dream. I take many more trips to the mentality universe after that. The amount of times goes up by a day, and eventually it becomes increasingly ambiguous as to which one is reality. I end up not caring for anything for a while. I find the points where I find these events or can't convey to others what's happening to me very pleasing and enjoyable. After a while, I even lose the will to convey it to others. Speaking of which, if you try to apply the dimension permutation hypothesis with the 18 dimensions, it should mean that there are 18 equals 6 quintillion kinds of universes. I wonder if I can go to other universes. Once I start thinking that, I start to be able to take trips to all sorts of universes that aren't the mentality universe. I took a trip to talk about one-dimensional spherical surface universe. There really was nothing there but life forms with lanky bodies and lemon-like heads. Traveling to all types of universes is fun. I'm absolutely in love with learning, so being able to see what I have never seen excites me greatly. I lose my grip on what the reality I should be going back to is. I lose a place to go back to. Right now my body is probably spreading far, far away. It is affiliated and unaffiliated with all universe at the same time. But it scares me a little bit since I have no idea when I'll be coming back during those times. And I suppose that's what you call harmonizing these universes and the world. Well, I'm not really all that displeased. CS. What does this any of mean? When did this become a work of fiction? Still, to me, when it's to the moment Hardy disappeared in the archive, the things written in this book appear to be some kind of lies or jokes. Do you know about doppelgangers? Huh? There being a double that has the same face as yours and you die if you look at them. Though not dying, but instead disappearing off to different universes is funny, I admit. What do you mean by... While you were asleep, I read the entire book. I was also able to ask the doctor a detailed story, all while you were asleep. Not being able to realize how weird your dream is in your dreams, eh? Hey. Yatsupakun. Do you know about clouds? By clouds, you mean the things in the sky that... Huh? See? No clouds, right? I wonder why. I'm sure I know about clouds, but I don't have a single memory of ever seeing one. Do you hate cloudy skies? There are no clouds, so no rain falls. But snow falls, right? It's a totally mismatched world, right? Do you have any fond memories of snow? See, despite rain never falling, I'm wearing these long boots. Puss in Boots. I wonder why something that I never once doubted before is suddenly beginning to seem peculiar. The rainbows are the same way. A rainbow like this is peculiar. Normal rainbows like this. I've never seen one like that in real life, however. Rain doesn't fall.
Wait, maybe I can remember it.
Back when I asked your name, you said the same thing. You said, I can't remember.
And then the word multiply, but I can't remember itself.
What do you mean?
There are no words around multiply to explain multiply. It's all jumbled up.
By jumbled, you mean your memories?
I had to sort them out. Back when I talked to you for the first time, my words were all jumbled up, weren't they?
If that's the case, how are you talking to me right now?
I managed to sort out my memories. Talking with you made me remember how to string together my words.
So how are you saying that her vocabulary is all scattered in her brain? She's not forming the right sentences? In which case, does that mean that her memories are jumbled up in order? That's almost like a book with all the pages out of order then.
Oh, you're amazing, Yatsuba. That's a really good analogy. You can't understand the contents of a book by reading just one page of a book that's all mixed up in order. No idea as to why they're saying things here. No idea as to where a sentence leads after here. All you know is you're here, and that's not enough to get much of anything. It'd be nice if we could sort them out together. Is that really okay? It really wasn't okay. I learned what I had no business learning, and the inside of my chest is a cacophony. It's the same as Howdy and I don't know the things that I know. I can't realize how weird my dreams are in my dreams, so I can't find anything weird until someone tells me. Hey, so can I tell you my conclusion?
Yes.
Well, you see,
This appears to be the mentality universe. Meaning that our reality is the world of someone else's mind. How could that?
right. Doctor? Correct. Right.
Right to say.
We were shocked that Dr. C has survived Paradigm Lost, but we never thought it strange that this person has been alive for 200 plus years. Is that so? To us, the notion of age might be fairly weak. It's an ambiguous and mismatched world. Would have been great if reality was just a little more put together, though. I've kinda lost my drive. Don't let it get to you.
I'm not too sure if I should be shocked or not, but in any case, yes, I am shocked. It's like the fact that the world that we thought was completely free instead had everything in it being dependent on some other world doesn't sit well. No, that's not it. This cacophony in my chest and inability to calm down. Yeah. Perhaps I too am losing my grip on where exactly reality lies. And I will end it here for today. But if you are enjoying this video, please leave a like and comment what you think so far. Maybe leave down who you like so far. And if you want to watch more of this visual novel, please check the playlist down below. If you want to watch other visual novels, please check my channel down below. Thank you. Take care.
Hime